Hello, hello, hello there, everyone. Alex here with Lucksack Games, ready for round one of the Modern Challenge. We are entering in with Modern Tron with Once Upon a Time. We won the die roll. It's a great start. 2 out of 3 Tron pieces. This is really close, but I think this is a mulligan. I think we can take one more. That was a Tron piece, that one would be a keep. This one's a keep at 5. So, and this is great if it's the Tron mirror. We already have 2 threats, so we don't have to worry about a thought seize out of them. Ideally we just draw the last Tron piece. Alright, it's leading on Forest with Search for Tomorrow. Okay, so we're against Scape Shift. Just hope to naturally draw the 3rd Tron piece. If we do naturally draw the 3rd Tron piece and the opponent does not play a ramp spell here, we can Trinisphere them, which will stop their Search for Tomorrow from going off. Especially if they only have double Search for Tomorrow. Oh yeah. Tron land, please, we win the game. Wrong Tron land. Okay, so we definitely play this out, and we pass turn. So the other good news is we're still alive to rip mine to Mine plus Lattice, but they likely have Bolt. So unfortunately, opponent will get to trigger their Search for Tomorrows here. If they have Moonwally Acid Moss, this game is probably out of our reach. Oh, they're blue Scape Shift. Okay. Good news is they probably do not have Moonwally Acid Moss. Bad news is... Alright, I no longer think they're Scape Shift. Looks like they're Copycat Combo. Means you probably only have 1 draw step in this. Mine? Unfortunate, so... Alright, we have to hope to dodge Cat for a turn. Yes. We can go get one of our forests and cast a Sylvan Scrying. Not the ideal way. Not how we drew it up. Mine. Alright, so we have Tron next turn. But we do have to survive this turn. And the opponent looks like they just have the cat. Alright, well, that's the game. We're going to go ahead and concede. We're not going to make our opponent make a million cats. So let's see. Pity Meal's very good. Combo decks in general are pretty bad for us. Walking Ballista is also pretty good. These limited targets for Karn. Okay, so good news is almost all of our cards are good against them. It looks like they are the Jeskai version, right? No. They're the 4-color version. They Search for Tomorrow. Alright, let's hope for a Tron hand. Drag Test could be good against their creature plan, but I think we really just want Needle for Worm. I think our deck is in a pretty good position to beat them. If we had been able to get Tron online a turn earlier, we probably would have been able to answer Sealy. So we'll be on the play. Double Once Upon a Time. Uh-oh, that's a mulligan. Alright, this one's a keep. Putting back one of the mines. So the first thing we're going to do is cast Once Upon a Time, hoping to find Tower. We'll take Worm Coil. Hoping to draw Sylvan Scrying now. 2 draw steps at it. Map's also not terrible. Astrolabe. Powerful card. Sylvan Scrying. Oh, stone. Alright. So I'm gonna crack this for a green. Unfortunately, just draw another star. So we can either take another draw step at Ancient Strings, or we can leave Sylvan Scrying live to be able to also play down Oblivion Stone. So I think since we can also play Oblivion Stone in the same turn, we're just passing here. So the opponent casts. A wall of some sort, maybe? Stevo Bandito, that's fun. So opponent's definitely trying to ramp into their combo. Alright, so we now have a natural green source. We can crack stars at will. Last zone, huh? I think it's more ideal to play the forest this turn. Alright, so we'll pay out Oblivion Stone and pass the turn. Tower's still a good draw here. Interesting that the opponent did not crack their Steve. Maybe they just have a lot of lands in hand. At 6 lands, opponent can do both pieces in the same turn. So with their Oath of Nissa gives us, or gives them rather. Uh-oh, Saheeli. That's a very castable card at the moment because of Oath. And we'll take 1 here. I guess they can also copy the Steve to get 2 lands. That's interesting. While not the ideal draw here, we're pretty happy with this. So let's go ahead and get Tower down. And unfortunately, we're just passing the turn. Alright, so if the opponent still isn't cracking their Steve, interesting. They have to be going to get 2 lands, and that's the only reason why they're leaving this around, right? Just very interesting. Maybe they don't have another form of a clock, and their only disruption from this point. Yeah, so we're just good taking 1 here. Alright, passing with probable counter magic up here. Alright, so now I can commit a threat and O Stone. So let's Worm Coil. Alright, pass turn to them. Unfortunately, we couldn't draw the tower when we needed to just naturally draw it, but yeah, we seem to be starting to establish a board presence here, which is good. Ice Fang Coatl is good. Coatl. Okay, opponent's gonna fetch. Looks like opponent might be playing a Felidar Guardian out. We're gonna get hit for 1 here. Not hit for 1. Or Fate counter on our guy. Oops, I'm gonna have 1 floating. Ulamog makes this a little bit easier. So alright, so let's attack with our 6/6. Yep, We're gonna gain no life because they're gonna sack Steve. Yep. Alright, so if they can destroy O-Stone. I'm thinking this is a situation where we just take away 2 of their lands. We're going to commit another Worm Coil here and then pass with O-Stone up. They do have enough lands where if they can remove this O-Stone, they do get to win the game. Yay, opponent did not have a way to remove the O-Stone. The reason why is because they tap 4 lands, play Felidar, bounce a land, bring the land back, and then cast the Healy. Ooh, Field of the Dead. Okay. Those zombies aren't going to matter too much, so it's a Scape Shift hybrid deck. That's 7 lands, so that's 18. Alright. Oko is fine. He's going to try and trade. Oh no, creating a food token. Yeah, that's even better. Oh, it can't trade unless it's a -5, I think? Yeah. Oh, and it's power 3 or less, so. Alright, during the end step, we're just going to pop this O-Stone. Make the battlefield a little bit easier. So tap 5, O-Stone. We will lose our Worm Coil, but we get 2 tokens to replace it, so that's totally fine. Alright, my turn. Play mine there. Tap 10, cast Ulamog. Trigger's going to take away these 2. Do not think the opponent can race from this point. Right, they're going to fetch. Maybe they have a counter spell for the Ulamog. The good news is taking away 2 lands from them here does mean that they can't combo us next turn. And we're swinging for 12. Okay. Alright, makes a 2-2. Alright, let's get in there for 6. Alright, probably won't block, so it actually might be for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 because they want to block the Ulamog. We'll find out. Nope, I'm going to go ahead and just take the block. Okay. Curious if the opponent is also a Scape Shift hybrid deck now. Field of the Dead is why. And they seem to have more ramp spells than the traditional Saheeli Rai deck. So our attack is lethal here, so they have to play a blocker. And we are just dead here. Opponent's going to combo kill us again because we know that they have the Saheeli Rai, and they are forced to because of our current battlefield. Unfortunate. Yeah. Good game, opponent. Possibly we shouldn't have blown the O-Stone there and just kept it up, but I felt that would have been able to go forward enough, use that for enough forward momentum to be able to run him over. Lost round 1. Let me know what you think about the play, if we should have blown the O-Stone later, in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games, and I'll see you for round 2.